Hello, I hope everyone is doing good. I am a teacher of English at التعاون middle school. My name is كلثوم صبرة. Our unit today is food and drink, and our lesson is countable and uncountable nouns. But before starting our lesson, I would like you to answer my question, which is this: what is a noun? You tell me what's a noun. A noun is a word which names a person or people, a place, a thing, or an idea. A person, like for example the name Muhammad, Nadia, teacher, the cook, etc. A place, like for example your city, Laayoune, like Morocco, like store, home. A thing, like for example phone, desk, tree. It can be also an animal, like cat, dog. An idea, like a thought, success, peace, etc. Our lesson today, as I said, is countable and uncountable nouns. But before that, I would like you to know the importance of this lesson. It's important to know whether a noun is countable or uncountable, because when you know the noun is countable or uncountable, you will know when to have a singular or a plural verb and when to put the article for the determiners, the articles, indefinite articles A and N. Okay, so let's start. Why we call them countable nouns? Countable, counts, because they are things that we can count. Like for example, these pens here. I can count them. I can say 1 pen, 2 pens, 3 pens, 4 pens. They are countable. So a pen is a countable noun. Same thing for these oranges. I can count oranges, right? Yes, I can say 1 orange, 2 oranges, 3 oranges, right? So orange is a countable noun as well. But look at this. What's this? This is water. Water is a liquid. Can we count water? Can we say 1 water, 2 waters, 3 waters? It is impossible. So again here, water is an uncountable noun, since we cannot count it. Same thing for this. What is this? This is milk. Can we count milk? Can we say 1 milk, 2 milks, 3 milks? No, impossible. Milk is uncountable, right? Number 1, as I said before, countable nouns are things that can be counted, but uncountable nouns are things which cannot be counted, right? Like for example, here we can say 1 pen, 2 pens, etc., but we cannot say 1 water, 2 waters, right? Here, number 2, they are preceded by indefinite articles. We can say a pen, we can say an orange, we can say a student, a teacher, right? You already know the indefinite articles uses. You know when to use A and when to use N. We use A with words starting with a consonant, and we use N with words starting with a vowel or a vowel sound, right? For example here, a pen, because P is a consonant, and an orange, because O is the vowel, right? But what about plural nouns? Do we use articles with plural nouns? No, we don't use articles. You know why? Because when you say a or an, you mean one thing. Okay? So same thing here for uncountable nouns. You don't use a for uncountable nouns. We do not say a water or an orange. An orange juice. Yes, we don't say an orange juice, since juice is a liquid. It is uncountable, right? Point 3. Countable nouns have singular and plural form, 2 forms, whereas the uncountable nouns have only 1 form. For example, as I already said, we can say a pen, pens, an orange, oranges, a student, students, a teacher, teachers. But for uncountable nouns, we have only 1 form: water, coffee, milk, cheese, meat, no plural. Okay? Number 4. Countable nouns are used with singular and plural verbs. Since they are singular and plural, we use with them singular and plural verb. For singular countable nouns, we use singular verb. Like here in this example, my book is on the table. You see the verb to be in simple present, the 3rd person singular. My friend likes English. Again, the verb to like, simple present, third person singular. We add s, as you all know. Here, for uncountable nouns, we use only singular verbs, no plural verbs. I give you an example. Water is important, so we don't say water are important. We use the singular form of the verb to be in simple present. Same thing for example 2. Chocolate makes me happy. We didn't say chocolate make because it's singular. We use a singular verb. Next, I would like you to see some more examples of countable and uncountable nouns with pictures so that you can see them clearly and understand them. Here we have salad. Salad is countable. Pancakes, vegetables, eggs, carrots, tomatoes, and potatoes. As you can see, they take an S because they, as we said, they have singular and plural form too. Uncountable nouns, for example, like flour, all powder things that are in powder and in smaller parts like rice are uncountable. Here we got flour, rice, sugar, soup, meat, fruit, and seafood. Uncountable nouns in general, they can be abstract ideas, like for example love, freedom, education. What do we mean by abstract? Abstract are things that you cannot see, touch, or hear. That they are things that you can feel with your heart or think with your mind, right? Things that are made of smaller parts, like I said before, rice, sugar, sand, flour, dust, traffic, etc. Also some food that we cut into parts or into slices like bread, fish, cheese, chocolate, meat, bacon, food, ham. Also liquids and gases. Liquids, as I said, water is a liquid, milk, orange juice, oil, coffee, rain, soup, air, etc. Things that are gas or liquid. Materials like wood, glass, paper, gold, silver, ice, iron, etc. All materials. Also, you be careful because there are some nouns that are countable in other languages but are uncountable in our language, such as furniture, advice, work, news, information, language, and money. Let's move to an exercise. Here you are going to write a C if the noun is countable and a U if the noun is uncountable. Let's start. For carrot, it's a separate thing. We can count carrots, right? So carrots are countable. What about tomatoes? Tomatoes also are countable because we can say 1 tomato, 2 tomatoes, 3 tomatoes. So countable. What about potatoes? Same thing, right? Countable. What about rice? Rice is in smaller parts. Can we count rice? Do you have time to count it? No, it's uncountable. Peppers. Same thing for the other vegetables. It's countable. Strawberries. Again, is countable. Eggs. 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs. Yes, countable. What about cherries? 1 cherry, 2, yes, it is countable. Cheese. It's something we cut into slices, into small parts. It is uncountable. We cannot say 1 cheese, 2 cheeses, 3 cheeses. No, it is uncountable. Apples, same thing for tomatoes. Countable. Soup, it's a liquid. Is it countable or uncountable? It is uncountable. Good job. Exercise number 2. You complete the sentences using a, an, or some. And you know, we use a and an for singular countable, and we use some for plural countable, and singular uncountable, right? For positive statements, affirmative statement, some, remember. So, sentence number 1. There is banana in the fridge. Do we say a, an, or some? It is singular, right? Banana is singular. So, and it starts with a consonant. So what do we say? Ah, excellent. Ah, banana. There is a banana in the fridge. Number 2, there are apples on the table. Do we say apples? And apples? We have an S, it's plural. So what do we say? Some apples. There are some apples. Very good. Number 3, there is this example, do we say there is an for water, uncountable? No, we say there is some water in the bottle. Very good. The last one, number 4, there is orange in the fridge. Orange. It's singular. It is countable. So what do we say? A or N? It starts with a vowel. We say an orange. There is an orange in the fridge. And here are the answers of exercise number 2. Okay, let's move to there is and there are. When do we use there is and there are? We use them to say that something exists or doesn't exist. For example, here, there is a pen on my table. There is a pen on my table. There is some water in the bottle. Okay, there are 3 oranges on my table, right? We start with countable nouns. With countable nouns, here is an example. There is a boy in my house. We use there is with singular, and there are with plural, and there is with uncountable. Since it's singular, we use there is, right? So, there is a boy in my house, plural. There are some apples. We use some, as I said before, for positive and affirmative statements. There is some. We don't say there is a and an, as I said before. We say there is some water, there is some chocolate, there is some butter, there is some cheese. Singular verb and the use of some. Okay? What about the interrogative form? For the interrogative form, what do? We switch the places of there and is. We start with the verb and then there. So we say, is there a or an? Is there a pen on the table? Is there an orange on the table? For plural, same thing. We switch the places, we do the inversion. Okay? We start with are and then there. So we say, are there any apples? As you noticed here, we have any instead of some because we use any for the interrogative and negative form. We do not use some in interrogative and negative form, right? We use some for positive and any for negative and a question. Remember that. So, are there any apples? Are there any oranges? Are there any students? Are there any doctors? Etc. For uncountable, same thing. We switch the order of is and there. And then we say, is there any? Again, we use any, as I said before, for negative and interrogative. Is there any water in the bottle? Question, is there any water in the bottle? Yes, there is. Yes, there is some water. Good. For negative form, here is an example for countable noun singular. There isn't a pen. There isn't, the negative form, full form, there is not a pen. We make it short and we say there isn't a pen. Another example, there isn't an apple. There isn't an apple. For plural, there aren't any. As I said before, we use any for the negative and interrogative form. So we say there isn't any apples. For uncountable nouns, here is an example. We say there isn't any water. You see the bottle is empty. So we say there isn't any water. We use any for negative form. Let's start with practice now. Here is an exercise. You are going to complete the dialogue using is there any, are there any, or is there a. Here's the dialogue between Sarah and her mother. Sarah has some friends around. So she's asking her mommy about food and drinks that can be served, right? Mom, tea for my friends? She's asking about tea. Mother, yes, there is some good tea. Sarah asks again about cakes. What about cakes? Here, yes, there are. Yes, there are. You can also say yes, there are some. Another question about pizza. The mother, no, sorry, there isn't any pizza, but I can make one. I can make one, sorry. I can make one. Here, the first question. Look at this. Tea. It is uncountable. So, we ask this question. Is there any? Is there any tea for my friends? Yes, there is some good tea. Look at this now. Cakes. It is countable plural. So the question should be this one with the plural verb. Are there any cakes? Yes, there are. The next one, pizza. It is a countable noun. We can say one pizza, two pizzas, three pizzas, etc. So the question is there a pizza? No, there isn't, but I can make one. Here are the answers of that exercise. Right? As a summary, we use any and some for both countable and uncountable nouns, with both countable and uncountable nouns, except here any we use it with negative and questions and interrogative form, and some we use it only with positive forms and affirmative statements. Exercise 2. As you can see here, we got a fridge, and as you can see, we have some food and drink inside, some vegetables, some drinks, right? First, I would like you to ask questions about these foods that we have here, this food and drinks that we have here. I want you to ask questions, use is there and are there, right? And after, we are going to write the negative statements. Start with water. The question, is there any water in the fridge? Is there any water in the fridge? I think no. So what do we say? No, there isn't. You can add any and say no, there isn't any. Question number 2, about eggs. It's plural, countable. Are there any eggs? Are there any eggs? The answer? Yes, you can see the eggs here. Yes, there are. Yes, there are some. Question about sugar, and sugar is uncountable. Is there any sugar in the fridge? No, there isn't. Can you see? No, there isn't any. Question number 4, bananas. Are there any bananas? Yes, there are. Question about milk. Is there any milk? Look. Yes, we got it. Yes, there is some. Fish. Is there any fish? Fish is uncountable. Is there any fish? No, there isn't any. Carrots. Carrots, countable, plural. Are there any carrots? Yes, there are some. Tomatoes. Are there any tomatoes? Yes, there are some. Onions. Are there any onions? No, there aren't any. Lettuce. Is there any lettuce? Lettuce, by the way, is uncountable. No. Yes, sorry, we got some lettuce here. So we say yes, there is some. Potatoes. Are there any potatoes? No, there aren't any. Now let's do the exercise. Look at the fridge and write the sentences. Like in this example, water. There isn't any water. Number 2, eggs. Eggs. There are some eggs. Sugar. There isn't any sugar. Bananas. There are some bananas. Milk. There is some milk. Fish. There isn't any fish. Carrots. There are some carrots. Tomatoes. There are some tomatoes. Onions. There aren't any onions. Lettuce. There is some lettuce, because I said before it's uncountable. But you can say there are some heads of lettuce, because we have 1, 2, 3. I don't know the exact number. Okay? Potatoes. There aren't any potatoes. Here are the answers. Okay? Here we got a bottle of water, a bowl of soup, and cartons of juice. I said before that we cannot count water. We cannot count milk, okay? We cannot count soup, since it's a liquid. But still, we can count the bottles of water, right? So we say 1 bottle, 2 bottles, 3 bottles. But are we counting water itself? No, we are counting the bottles and the containers. Same thing here for milk. If I say 1 glass of milk, 2 glasses, 3 glasses, am I counting milk? No, I am counting just the glasses. The glass is a countable noun. When I say 1 cup of coffee, a cup of coffee, 2, 3 cups of coffee, Am I counting coffee? Because coffee is uncountable. No, I am just counting the cups, not the coffee itself, right? So here, we can't count water, but we can count the bottles of water. We cannot count soup, but we can count the bowls of soup. We cannot count juice, but we count the cartons of juice. Like here, the carton of milk. 1 carton of milk, a carton of milk. We do not count the milk itself. 1 bottle of water, 2 bottles of water, a glass of milk, a cup of coffee. As you see, we use the articles, but we use the articles with the noun glass, with the noun cup, not with the milk or coffee. As you can see here, 1 bottle of water, we count the bottles. 2 bottles of water, a glass of milk, a cup of coffee. We use the articles not with milk or coffee, but with a glass, with cup, which are countable nouns. When we want to know the quantity or the amount of something, we ask the question how many or how much. We ask the question how many with countable nouns and how much with uncountable nouns. Here are some examples with how many. For example, how many people, how many girls, how many children, how many eggs, how many bananas, how many strawberries, how many shirts, how many pens, how many balls, how many cats, how many dogs. Examples with how much. For example, how much milk, how much flour, how much meat, how much money. Here is an exercise. You are going to complete with how much or how many. Remember, we use how much with uncountable nouns and how many with countable nouns. Number 1, lemonade have we got? Do we say how much or how many? It depends on the next noun. Lemonade is uncountable, so which one are you going to choose? How much? How much lemonade have we got? We've got only 1 bottle. Number 2, bottles of juice are in the fridge. Look at the next word. It's plural. It is countable. We are not talking about juice, but we're talking about the bottles, as I said, of juice. So which one? How many or how much? Of course, how many? Because we have an S, it's plural, it's countable. How many bottles of juice are in the fridge? The answer, 3. Number 3, meat do we have? Look at the next word again. Meat is uncountable, so we use how much. How much meat do we have? We have got 2 sticks of meat. Number 4, bananas have we got? Bananas, countable, plural. So the question, how many bananas? How many bananas have we got? We haven't got any. Sugar, it is uncountable. We use how? How much? How much sugar have we got? 1 bag. Number 6, bread. And bread, as I said, is uncountable. How much bread do we need? 2 loaves. Sorry, here is a mistake. There is a mistake here. We say 2 loaves. 2 loaves of bread. Pens are in your bag. Pens is countable, plural. How many pens are in your bag? 6. Here are the answers. Okay, the last exercise. Imagine you want to make a cake for the first time and you are asking your mommy about the ingredients. You don't know the ingredients. So you are going to use how many and how much. You choose which one you are going to use with each ingredient. Here we have eggs. We have a teaspoon of baking powder. We have milk. Sometimes we make it with milk, sometimes with yogurt, sometimes with orange juice. So one of them. flour, and oil. As you can see, eggs is countable, so what do we use? What do we say? How many? How many eggs do I need? You are asking your mommy. How many eggs do I need to make the cake? Next, the teaspoon of baking powder. Imagine we need 2 or I don't know, teaspoons, 2 or 3 or 4. The question, how many? How many teaspoons of baking powder? How many teaspoons of baking powder? Next, milk. Milk, yogurt, or orange juice. They are all uncountable now. So what do we say? We say how much. How much milk do I need? How much yogurt do I need? How much orange juice do I need? Not the last one, before the last one, flour. How much flour? It is uncountable. And oil? How much oil do I need? So then your mommy is going to tell you maybe 1 cup of milk or 2 cups, maybe 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of oil, etc. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed the lesson.